The power bar strategy is really taking the pocket option community by storm. I mean, we're getting some amazing feedback from you guys. Looking over here in the comments from the last video, I mean, check this out. Hello, Mark. I've been testing the strategy for days now, and I can say that the win rate has significantly increased when you trade with the trend. So that's good to know. And as you mentioned in the video, pay attention to support and resistance levels. So thank you very much for your work and the videos. Awesome, man. And thank you so much for Pat for the idea. Have a nice and relaxing weekend, everyone. Now, that's just one comment out of many. You guys just raving about this, you know, going crazy, the power bar, make a video on the power bar. And this strategy was born and created by the one and only Lone Wolf Trader. Now, the Lone Wolf Trader, he doesn't come out that much, but when he does, he's got some really cool strategies and different techniques that we can use inside a pocket option. Now, I've got a direct connection with the Lone Wolf Trader, and he's actually a member that's a part of our private VIP group that we have. So he's not really out there in the public sharing different strategies and ideas. But what I'm going to do on this video is take what we know so far. Take what we know so far about this strategy and apply it with a 2-minute time frame and a 1-minute expiry. So now the first thing you guys are going to do is you're going to apply an indicator to the chart. And this is really going to make all the difference right here. So this is the awesome oscillator down here. And this is a very important part with this strategy. Now, to expand this strategy, look very closely right over here on the right. You're going to find a little arrow. This is the expand and collapse arrow. It's a little button over here on the bottom right, and a lot of pocket option traders don't know about this actually, but if you click on that little arrow, you can collapse and expand this, making it a little bit bigger so you can see these bars a little bit easier down here. How cool is that? Now, up here on the indicators menu, to get the awesome oscillator, it's right over here towards the right side here, awesome oscillator. Go ahead and click that one time and that'll make it appear at the bottom of the chart. Now, there are some settings, okay? Click on the little pencil icon right there to bring up the settings for this indicator. The period short's going to be 1 and the long period is going to be 100. Okay, so 1 and 100. I'll leave this up on the screen just for a second so you guys can grab this. And now for the styles and the colors and stuff like that, guys, I'm just using the default colors, so no changes right there. Now for the time frame and the chart settings, just really basic regular candlesticks, and then I'll be using a 2-minute time frame for the charts. And then over here on the expiry, of course, we're going to change this to 1 minute. So yes, that little time that you have to wait, it's worth it. Okay, it is worth it. And that's the big thing about this strategy. So without further ado, and instead of just talking about it, let's go ahead and jump here and start to do it. But before we get started, there's 2 parts of trading, of course, that we all know, and that is the strategy, right? And the other part, you guys already know, the money management. So for the money management, of course, we use the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. This keeps us and helps us to stay in profit. This is a highly advanced trade manager with an algorithm behind this, and we can have multiple consecutive losses and still come out in profit with each and every session that we do. Let's take the first trade amount that the trade manager gives us. It's over here, it's 265. And what I'm going to do is just put that in here, guys. And yes, it is my 5th day with no caffeine. No caffeine, no coffee, nothing. For 5 days. And so I've been feeling pretty good. Guys, I don't need to be high on caffeine. I can just be high on life, right? It's even better. It feels better, right? There's no crash. I have sustained energy throughout the day. Everything that they've been saying about caffeine, all the stuff that they say, you know, after you stop drinking it, it's true, right? You feel like crap for a little while, but then you start to feel better. And so I'm pretty pumped up about that. But yes, let's go ahead and get back to the strategy here. So what we're going to do is take, I've already taken my balance. I already have that balance of 38, 17, 35, and I have that inside of my trade manager already. So I've already got that lined up ready to go with 265 as the first trade amount. And we're going to make sure that the awesome oscillator down here at the bottom is expanded. And as I bring this microphone just a little bit closer so you guys can really hear what's going on, here's how the strategy works. So this candle right here, look, you've got 12 more seconds before half of this candle is going to be, before you hit the 1 minute mark. Okay, so again, it's a 2 minute candle. But you're going to take the trade after the first minute of the 2 minute candle. Okay? You guys got this? You can write it down if you want to. You're entering the trade after the first minute of the 2 minute candle. You're going to be looking at the candle, right? The color doesn't really matter that much. It's not the fast 5, guys. The color is down here in the awesome oscillator. That's why they call it the power bar. And speaking of bars, like this is what we see in the awesome oscillator. So you kind of look at these. They're not really, I guess you can't really say they're candles because it's inside of an indicator. So we just call these bars here. So in that case, after the first 1 minute of that 2 minute candle, if you look down at the awesome oscillator, what do you see? Do you see a green bar? Remember, we don't call these candles, even though they look a little bit like candles, we call them bars. Up here on the chart, we call these candles. Now, look down here. So whatever the color of the bar is, however it looks, that's going to be the direction on which we take the trade. If the color of the bar is green after the first 1 minute of a 2 minute candle, we buy. If it's red after the first 1 minute of a 2 minute candle, we sell. That's it, guys. That's everything. Now, you can pay attention to support and resistance if you want to. And also, like we had the gentleman say that, hello, Mark, been testing out the strategy. And hey, try it with the trend. So that's something also that you can incorporate with this. So think about that. And when you're taking a strategy, now guys, whatever you do, you have to pick one strategy and stick with it. All right. You guys know I stress this a lot. Some of you just get tired of hearing it, but some of you have heard it so many times now. You're like, screw it. All right. One strategy now. That's it. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about for those of you that find yourself hopping from one strategy to the next. Even every day. That's crazy, guys. You never land on one strategy and stick to it, right? You find a strategy, you do a couple trades, you don't have a 100% win rate, so you jump over to the next strategy. No. You got to stick to the same strategy and get better at it, right? Practice it. I mean, over hundreds of trades. Sticking to the same one, which has allowed me to take a few $100s and turn that into over $3,000. Just with the discipline of sticking with one strategy. Now, I'm sharing this strategy with you because I want to give out new strategies for you guys to test. But for me, I only stick to one strategy, and that's the Fast 5. And you guys know that. So anyways, I beat a dead horse there, but let's go ahead and jump back in here. So what we're going to do, we're not going to win them all. We're just going to follow the strategy exactly how it's written. That's it. So let's go ahead and begin. So I've got a 92% payout over here. And right now I've got 25 seconds before the 1 minute mark on this candle up here, even if it's indecisive. But I'm looking down here at the awesome oscillator, and we might be hitting some support and resistance here. So it could be a little bit risky. So what am I going to do? Because I've got 7 seconds, but it looks like we could be hitting some resistance here, right? And it looks like on the awesome oscillator that we've peaked to the very top of that. Look at that. So what would I do in this situation? I'm probably going to go ahead and change the chart. This is just because I'm programmed, guys. I'm programmed to look at more than one thing. But let me just go ahead because I don't want to confuse you. And we're going to stick to this strategy just like it is. Okay, let's just keep it really, really simple. This looks like a decent chart. Okay, it's not, these are not long candlesticks or anything like that, but let's try this out. All right, so here we go. Awesome oscillator. We've got some red bars down here, and we have 20 seconds before the next 2-minute candle appears on the chart, right? And we had a great trading session yesterday doing the Fast 5 with a 3-second expiry. So I took some good trades and didn't really take that many. It was a shorter video. Well, it was about 30 minutes long or something like that. Okay, so here's the new 2-minute candle. Just appeared on the chart right now, right? So let's wait for this. We've got 40 seconds left before we hit the 1-minute mark. And whatever color of the candle down, or not the candle, but whatever color the bar is down here will determine which direction I enter the trade. All right, guys? So here we go. 21 seconds left. 15 seconds. We're still red. We still have a red bar on the awesome oscillator. 8 more seconds. Getting my, positioning my cursor over the sell button. Boom. I went in for a sell. That's it. Okay. Now, I can turn off that AI trading button, which I think something that I'll do just to, because I don't want to accidentally click on that AI trading button there. So. All right, so far it's going against us here, but that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and wait this out, guys. We're just going to follow the strategy right now. This is kind of a modified version of this strategy. And it's okay. You can enter trades after the first 1 minute of a 1-minute candle, right? But we're going to do it a little bit differently today. All right, we got 5 seconds to go. It looks like it's kind of going against us here, guys. So there it is. Now that's an L. So what do? We come over here. Let's mark this with an L. Get the next trade amount right away. 553. All right, there we go. Now we've got 44 seconds. We've got a green bar on the awesome oscillator down here. Looks pretty good. Looks like we're kind of, oh, this is the big upward trend there. So I feel a lot better taking that or taking a buy on this than a sell. We've got about 25 more seconds to go. So let's just go ahead and wait this out. And if it holds green at the 1-minute mark, I will enter a buy. Boom. Still green, just went ahead and entered right there. Awesome. Now this is taking a little bit longer. You guys you got to have a little bit more patience with this. Okay. Big difference compared to the, the 3-second expiry or the 3-second strategy that we had yesterday. So this is a huge difference. I mean, this got a whole 1 minute, right? It seems like an eternity, especially if you're used to working with a 5-second strategy. A 1-minute strategy change, that's a lot. So it's just going to take some time to get used to. But you just have to follow this, guys. And we're just going to go ahead and see this through. So we've got about 20 more seconds to go. And just waiting for this green candle to give it a little bit more push up there. Because it looks like overall we've got an upward trend on this chart. And so we're just going to go ahead and wait this out. Whatever happens, if it's a win or a loss, we're just going to go ahead and take the trades as they come. So awesome, beautiful. Just got that into a profit when we had a new 2-minute candle appear. So awesome. Let's go back over here, mark this with a W, and I'm in profit. It's as simple as that. Let's create a new session here. Click on the new session button that marks 1 session completed. Let's go ahead and continue. 265. All right. I'm kind of all over the place today, guys. I'm trying to keep it straight here. So, but I think we're going to go in an overall upward. Look at this. It's just going up and up and up, right? So let's just continue to do that. We've got 19 more seconds to go before the next trade. 15 more seconds. So far on the Awesome Oscillator, the bar is green, so I like that. We've got an overall upward trend, so everything's matching up very nicely. And so we've got 2 more seconds to go, and there it is. Went in for a buy. Simple as that. A little rejection there. It's okay. I mean, all this is natural. All this is just very normal. Even to have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 losses in a row is normal as well. But it's that 5th trade, it's that 6th trade after you've had a streak of losses. I think that's where a lot of traders, especially those using pocket option, that's where you kind of get lost, because you get you don't know what trade amounts to use. If you're using $10, do I use $20 on the next trade? What if I lose that? Then I've lost $20. Do I use $40 or $45 on the next trade? It's really confusing if you don't have that money management in place. That's what I like about the Trade Manager, is that I don't even have to think. It takes out the guesswork. It does all the thinking for me with the algorithm. So 1 more second. There it is. And so I'll mark this with a W, and let's go ahead and click on New Session. That marks another session completed. I can watch my initial capital grow in real time right inside the Trade Manager. And it's very close to the capital that I have inside of Pocket Options. So you can see this amount go up. And let's go ahead and continue to 265 again. And so far, we're still in the green here. So we've got about 30 more seconds. We could just go ahead and take one trade after another until we hit a loss or until we hit a win, whatever. I don't know what we're going to do. I try to maintain balanced emotions when I'm trading. I don't get excited when I win. I mean, a win or a loss for me is generally about the same, right? Now, there are times I hope it's a win, okay? Of course. I hope I get a win, but if it is a loss, it is what it is. I'll make my decision on what I'm going to do at that time. Here we go. So we've got a green candle up here, but we also have a nice big green bar on the Awesome Oscillator, and we're also going at an upward trend. So if we can break out of this, there's 2 things that could happen. We could break out of this and get another green candle with some good movement, or what could happen is that we could end up having some resistance at that level. So this is where we would have like a zone up here around this level, because the price has been there before right here. You see that? So it's been there before, and now it's trying to revisit, but it has to break through that. And it's not always going to do that. So it might just go, nah, right now, I don't feel like doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and reject. And then it'll end up in a loss or an L. But that's okay. We're going to take either one on this video, guys. So I need a little bit more push up there. We've only got 1 second, but that is an L. We almost got that into a win or into a profit, but that's okay. Come over here, mark it with an L. The next trade amount is 554. So let's go ahead and enter that in. Awesome. And just going to adjust this here real quick. And so what can we do right now? We've got that rejection, so it may be on its way down. Let's check the other charts and see what they look like. Kind of have a little lag there because it is Saturday after all. We're trading. That's one of the great things about OTC, is that you can trade on a Saturday. Ooh, look at this. That's interesting. A little risky though. I mean, we've already peaked out here on the Awesome Oscillator. You see how it's reached the top? Now, we had this earlier, and I decided to pass on the entry. So this is totally up to you, okay? If you feel like you're hitting some resistance or support, or you're running into a zone and you could end up having some rejection, then you may want to just skip this setup and go to a different chart or wait for the next candle. So I'm just going to go through here and okay. Looks like it's just kind of coming down here. Look at that. Could hit some support, or could bounce off of this zone over here. This is a possibility, guys. It may have oversold itself which is how it looks on the Awesome Oscillator. Definitely looks like something oversold there, but then maybe coming back up. So let's see how this plays out. Maybe we could get it on the rebound, right? Because we can, if I zoom out here, we can position this right here, and you can see it's been down at this price before. Look at that. And now it's hesitating. Do you see it bouncing off? Because it's been there before. Look at this in the past. But still, that's no guarantee. It's only going to do one of two things. It's either going to go up or down. We just don't know. And if everybody knew what it was going to do, then no one would win, right? There would be no market. But I do like the fact that this is green on the bar, even though it's going down. And then we have this almost like turning around here. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what happens. Let's go ahead and take it. So we got 18 more seconds to go. Looking pretty good. And so 6 more seconds before the last minute of this candle. Here we go. Boom. And there it is. So let's just go ahead and wait it out. We got a whole minute here. Are we going to get a rejection off of this level right down here? Probably easier to see if I increase the time frame, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just look at this. I mean, let's just see what happens here. We've got 36 seconds to go. I'll zoom in here a little closer for you. Is it going to bounce? Is it going to bounce? We've got a green bar on the Awesome Oscillator. Let's see what happens. So far, it's just sitting there, guys. Looks like it's bleeding. We've got that red bar here at the very end. So that's going against us. And also we're a little ways away from our entry. And there it is. So let's go ahead, mark this with an L. And now we're at 11.55. So let's just go ahead and enter that in. So now we're working with 11.55 as the trade amount. This is, it's not too much. It's not too little. The trade manager gives you the exact amount that you need. Okay. So it's not going to give you excessive trade amount sizes or anything like that. Only enough to, so you can utilize your drawdown when you're using this money management system. So it's really important to get those trade amounts exactly the way it gives it to you. I'm not like jumping for joy on this chart, to be honest with you guys. So let's just go ahead and switch it up here. All right, here we go. This looks pretty good. Oh, wow. 3 more seconds. I'm going in. Boom. So we got a nice, healthy green candle here that looks pretty confident on the Awesome Oscillator. Went ahead and entered. And let's just go ahead and wait this out. So, yep. Just feeling like I wanted to make a video today. It's Saturday, so Yeah, I had a little moment there. I didn't make a video for like a week or so. I just wasn't feeling good, man. I was just trying to quit this caffeine. I haven't drank any coffee or nothing, man. I had some coconut water and some just water, basically. Pretty much spring water. And just trying to get those minerals because I know that caffeine just depletes those minerals like crazy and was causing for me all kinds of psychological problems and stuff. But here we go. 2 more seconds to go. And there's the win. Took a little second to kick in, but there it is. Mark it with the W. And let's go ahead and do another session, guys. Let's just keep on rocking it here. So 265. Now, these trade amounts will get larger. They will grow as your capital grows. Okay, so your money goes up in pocket option. So do these trade amounts right here. So whatever amount that you see here, that's not the trade amount that you're going to be trading because it all depends on how much capital that you have in your account. So this is going to be different for everybody. But for me, this looks pretty good. We've only got 17 more seconds for another entry. Should we take another entry on this chart? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and try to win another trading session here. So far, we're doing pretty good. Some losses, some wins, you know, it's okay. Boom. Let's go ahead and enter a buy. Yeah, so here's what we got. Yeah, so some wins, some losses, you know, it's about 50-50, I would say. You know, it's just a strategy. And guys, also keep in mind that this is not something that I do all the time. I'm sure that I'll get better at it if I practice this strategy a lot more. I know the lone wolf trader, he's really good at this because, you know, he's just been doing it for so long. But how come he's better at it? Overall, it's generally the same strategy that I'm doing, maybe give or take a minute or two. But the reason is because he just practices, like religiously sits there and practices these strategies over and over, taking hundreds of trades. And a lot of traders are just not willing to do that. You know, they want that quick fix. They want that quick and fast money. And that's not really what trading's all about. So there's another one for you guys that was really close, but we did go by what the bars say on the Awesome Oscillator. So that's another win. Guys, try this out. I would say that's some pretty good results, but overall, you know, you're going to get about a 50, maybe 60% win rate with this. And but for the most part, I still think it's worth it. And just based on your feedback, guys, using this strategy with your trade manager, and it has been great. Awesome, man. Great to hear. So it says, thank you, Mark, for presenting this strategy. I did a little tweak, but also entering like a pullback. Okay, so that's a good way to do it as well. And this person right here says that they like the Fast 5 strategy much better. And that's totally understandable. I mean, the Fast 5 is quick. And if you guys, you know, you've got other stuff going on during the day and you don't have much time, do the Fast 5 strategy. I mean, you could almost pick any video on my channel and you'll find that strategy. I mean, I do this all the time, but try it out, guys. That's the power bar. Pretty amazing, but is it? I mean, you guys be the judge. Leave me a comment down below and tell me how you feel about this because I wanted to return to it. A lot of you guys are using it inside of the private group. And speaking of the private group, if you guys want to get all my tools, all the cutting edge tools with the trade manager, reach out to me. You can go down to the link below. I'll leave a link down in the description of this video, and I'll also post a link in the comments that'll take you to this page, and this will show you that everything that you get, you also get, you know, the access to the community. You will get an invite where you can socialize with other profitable traders, and also get all of our videos that show you exactly how to use the tools and the spreadsheets that you use, you know, when you're doing your trading. So all of that's important. You're not just getting the trade manager, but you're also getting instructional videos, which are very important, that will show you how to set everything up. You have to have these videos. And guys, does this work? What are the results? Well, the results speak for themselves. I'll leave a link down below in the comments. Go there right now. Click on that link. Guys, seriously, you're going to be blown away. Go to that link right now. In the comments, I've pinned it to the top right there. It goes over to the WWA website, and you can scroll through and look at all the results. Now, these are becoming a little bit outdated. I need to post more, and I just get so many, guys, that I don't have enough room on the website to post all the screenshots. So it's all right here. That's something that I would like to see, especially if I was going to get involved into a community or something like that online, especially a trading community. I mean, what are the results? What kind of results are the other members getting? And so that would mean a lot to me. So that's why I'm going to share that with you guys. But that's it. Wish you all the best of success. That's the power bar. Worked out pretty well for us. We'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.